Yeah.
You don't like if they have a nip slip?
No.
When people are just sitting there on their phone over 5 minutes, it's like, all right, bro, let me get my work in.
People who like avidly look you up and down and like check you out, but like, it's like weird though.
What are your thoughts on this?
My biggest, well, I mean, on that.
His biggest ick is that I get hit on.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people come to the gym almost wearing nothing, right? And I think like sometimes like guys will even be trying to like look around at girls or whether they're just like looking around, but there's so many people.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes girls like they think guys are staring at them and stuff. One, they're like wearing nothing, and two, guys are just looking around and girls will just act like so offended, and they think that the dude's staring at them, but really.
They're like
you're just zoning out.
Zoned out.
You're like listening to your music and you're like.
You're just zoned out, and it's like if you're gonna be wearing that, it's like you can't be faced with someone like
you can't be doing RDLs in front of me.
No. But yeah, that's probably my biggest thing.
That's respectful.
That's what they say. Okay.
Get out. Come on. Come on. What the fuck? Oh my God. Jesus, are you good? Holy shit.
Yo, I must have got a bad algorithm today on my motherfucking social media, cause all that keep popping up is bitches talking about how much money a nigga gotta have to date them. 15 bitches done popped up today. No, cause the nigga why a nigga have all that money? She never put them restrictions down on me. She met me where I was fucking busted and disgusted. No, I actually wasn't busted and disgusted, but we could build a life together. These bitches run around talking about, and nigga, first of all, your pussy bad. You got bad pussy. You had 15 boyfriends. None of them niggas stuck around cause your pussy bad. But a nigga gotta have all this money for some bad pussy? For a bitch that got coochie butt? Your fucking butt is better than your coochie. Your rubber bands on your motherfucking walls done popped in that vagina. You ain't got no elasticity talking about what these niggas got, cause a nigga got had this, and nigga, whenever ever became the rules about how much money a nigga gotta have to date a bitch. Especially a bitch that everybody lay you down, spray you down, but don't no fucking body stay around. Everybody ejaculates and evacuates. Get the fuck out of there. Man, these chicks crazy. And to you young girls, don't be listening to these bitches, man. You better find somebody. These bitches talking about how much money a nigga gotta have. Nigga ain't gotta love them. Nigga ain't gotta be caring. Nigga ain't gotta be on no real man shit. Nigga be a cold psycho motherfucking killer. Serial killer long as he got money. Leave a bitch stiffer than a motherfucker out in the back of the house. But the bitch don't care as long as he got some money. You could buy me Chanel, and you could buy me this, and I could front on Instagram like I'm more than what I am. Bitch, your pussy bad. Yeah, 20 niggas, none of them stuck around, bitch. Why? One thing a nigga don't do is leave a bitch with some bomb pussy. You can't get a nigga to stay around.
Fellas, bring a chaotic woman peace, and she'll get bored every time. It's the same women that say they're tired of being cheated on, they're tired of toxic relationships, and they're tired of men that treat them like shit, are the same ones that'll turn around and shit on the guy that brings them all those things they thought they wanted.
How old you is?
22.
What you do for a living?
I work at Former Mills and
Don't laugh. What's going on? What's going on?
I got a job.
Right, like what's wrong with that?
Well, Zuffa boxing is something that's taken over from Turkey. Turkey's his name. He's like a prince or some shit in out in Dubai or something, like hundreds of billions of dollars. They're paying out. I don't even know who Conor Ben is.
I don't know.
He like supposedly is a pretty big name in boxing. But I never heard of it. Crazy, bro. Like, yeah, they really paid this is Ben Johns?
Conor
Ben. They really paid him $15 million. It's like,
I wouldn't blame you for going to box.
Yeah, it's crazy how you just put in so much work in the UFC, to build this name, create this character, be this star. It's like, I'm not making fucking $15 million a fight. It's also a business. If they think that's a good business move and that guy's going to bring in money, it's like, I get it. I don't think anything personal in business. Business is business. He fucking hates Oscar De La Hoya. He hates Eddie Hearn. He hates these people. He's like, hey, let's take their biggest star and pay him, even if it's $15 million for, like, I could see it being out of like an ego thing. I guess it's a business thing too. You bring in a legit guy.
Yeah.
Again, I've never really heard of him.
Billionaires, shit.
You've proved it to them. So now, again, Zuffa is the next challenge. Zuffa boxing is the next challenge that he set his eyes on.
But with that being said, don't forget what, I mean, he started in boxing, of course, but what brought you to the game? This is what got him to be the name Dana White, the UFC president, is this. So I can see why the other fighters, I'm trying to think, how do I feel? Wait, I'm like, do I feel jaded by it? But I understand, like, we know these guys are top class boxers. They're the best in the world at what they do, but so are we. This is the UFC. And if one guy can command that kind of money for one fight, and that's from the same company, Zuffa, and this is what's been keeping the lights on, is the UFC. We love ultimate fighting, not limited fighting. I don't feel jaded, but I'm like, I want 15 million for one fight too.
Oh, I mean, if you guys are taking kicks to the head and
not even. I mean, you know, like just saying, like
30
now,
billion.
okay, yeah, the bonuses has gone up, but that's not guaranteed.
No, I mean, that's a drop in the ocean.
Exactly, but that's not even guaranteed.
Hey, you know Mexicans run boxing, right? I mean, Ryan doing pretty good, so I can agree a little bit. You see? What about Canelo?
But you know who Puerto Rican?
Who?
Shakur.
No, he's not.
He is.
Yes?
He is.
Fought somebody on steroids, and that joint ain't cool.
So if you felt that it was an even playing field, you would fight Ryan?
Yes.
But what about Ryan Garcia? He's a champion with a big name. He just
he got a lot of speculation around his name right now. I'm not fucking with Ryan Garcia. He got a lot of speculation. Like, shit. I just want things to be.
What do you think about his performance?
It was a good performance, great one actually.
Yeah.
So when you say speculation, you talking about something similar that we already saw happen?
Yeah.
You're referring to that?
Yup. And I ain't scared to talk about it. I fought somebody on steroids, and that joint ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying he
but
is
it
on
cool
that.
To speculate
I'm not saying you
without,
are on that, but it's just speculations, and I'm not trying to be a part of that.
Is it cool to speculate without proof, though? Because what if it happens to you? Not the steroid thing, but anything. Any kind of speculation.
They always was saying that I didn't look like I was on it. I
That's
swear.
you, the Oopa Loopa, these the Oopa Loopa.
I'm
That's your fault.
You look strong out there, extra strong.
You look strong. I don't know, bro.
Stop Ortiz.
Somebody come in right now.
I'm saying, they been pissed, they been tested me, bro. Ain't nothing come back, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing I got popped for was marijuana. And that was before the Pedraza fight. That was way long ago. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, like, come on,
So if
bro.
you felt that it was an even playing field, you would fight Ryan?
Yes.
Do you think he would be your toughest opponent to date?
We gotta see when we get in there.
Right.
All right, man. Would have been on earlier. I was trying to fix the mix soundboard. I'm giving up on that. But we're going to talk about Shakur appearance on Joe Rogan. Boots fans starting to turn on Eddie Hearn. And pretty much that's it right then and there. Hearn beefing with Big Turkey. Big Turkey. You think he can go dollar for dollar with Big Turkey? I don't think so. But then you had ESPN, where it's alleged that they're going to replace Sunday night baseball with a woman's day or a woman's night. I want to watch that bullshit. I'm going to keep it real. Women don't want to watch. ESPN is dead. Whatever Walt Disney has been touching, it's been crippling. I'm going to spend about 5 minutes on this. So apparently they signed a deal with Jake Paul and his female boxing league, which, come on, y'all ninjas really watching that. Shout out to the bros that watch that. I'm not watching that. I don't watch Clarissa Shields fights. I just don't care to watch it. But he hashed out a deal. It was rumors that they were in talks with Top Rank to redo a deal with them. So I don't know if this affects that, but they took Sunday night baseball off, which, hey, nobody really watched Sunday night baseball, baby boomers and Gen Xers and shit like that. But in reality, respectfully, nobody like ESPN is dead. What do you really watch on ESPN? Like basketball viewership is down. Monday Night Football, if ESPN viewership is so bad. Y'all remember when Soulja Boy did the versus Bow Wow and he played like the same song over and over? I think it was, Crank That. He played that like 10 times. ESPN program is so bad is that they play ESPN Monday Night Football They play it like on 3 or 4 different channels. Oh, we give you the on the field view. We give you the Peyton Manning view. We give you the regular broadcast view. We give you the behind the scenes view. Like, it's that bad. Their programming is that. It didn't used to be like that. Their programming is horrible. And now they're saying, oh, well, now we're going to put a Women's Day on. Like, and I don't know if they're going to get in on the negotiations with the WNBA, but I swear to God, I don't even watch. I would never watch that. I would never watch that, not willingly. Like, they think this is the answer. And Walt Disney is going with the woke approach. I mean, you look at what they did to Star Wars, destroyed it. What they did with Marvel, destroyed it. Whatever Walt Disney has been touching, they have been destroying it. And this is just another avenue. No matter how many people say we don't like this woke shit, we don't like this feminist push in Marvel, and the numbers have been going down. They don't like the feminist push in Star Wars. The numbers have been going down. Walt Disney is going to continue to push an agenda. Really, it's time to call a ban on Walt Disney. Really, that's the realistic thing about it. They even then turned ESPN into a feminist platform with people like Malika Andrews and all them. Molly Curran was on there. So apparently they going with this whole Women's Day bull crap. And, like I said before, I mean, shout out to them. I mean, if they in the business to continue to lose dollars, they're going to keep losing dollars when you come to that. That's a joke. That was a joke. So, but then again, it's probably cheaper. It's cheaper than baseball and probably bringing the same viewers as baseball. Like baseball, they don't want to integrate baseball with Black Americans. They don't want to integrate it with it being cool and hip. And I really think they need to start looking into baseball as far as like it got to be some type of Ponzi scheme going on in baseball. Because how is baseball staying alive? How is baseball, like, who watches baseball? Literally. Who watches baseball? It's fun to play, but kids don't play it no more. You used to see baseball diamonds all through the hood. You don't see that no more. So, I mean, they going for a whole feminist, womanist push. Shout out to them. Just wanted to bring awareness to it. It's crazy. Like, when the last time you really watched ESPN? The shows just trash. I can't believe PTI still comes on. Literally, I can't believe PTI. 2 old farts still talk PTI. That shit was on since I was a kid, bro. Come on, man. Ain't nothing good. First take, first trash. Ain't nothing good on sports talk, man. Ain't nothing good. You can't really listen to the commentators. That's why, Peacock coming out with the feature where you could turn the commentating off. It's all trash. I mean, think about it. The weak beta males that's in power have destroyed sports. They've destroyed entertainment. They've destroyed movies. You get better movies on Tubi than you get anywhere else. It's all the same stale shit. And then when they do come up with a great idea, they stole it from somebody. So you think, our investment is to do Women's Sundays. Like, the fuck? Like, why would I watch that? Respectfully, why would I watch that? It was bad when they were showing bowling, tag team championships. You knew it was bad. You knew it was bad when they were showing that shit. When I seen the tag team championships, I laughed. The only thing that they show that's all that I probably watch is like the strongman contest, the bodybuilding contest. That's about it. I watch the dog show before I watch ESPN. It's sad. ESPN, Walt Disney has literally destroyed entertainment. Walt Disney has literally destroyed. It's destroyed sports. It destroyed TV. It destroyed movies. It destroyed Marvel. It destroyed Star Wars. Walt Disney is the worst thing that's happened to entertainment in a long time. The people that's running Walt Disney is Backdoria. You know what it is. Benjamin Fo, salute. I don't know. Look at you. Who's those Beckys? Are you trying to get in with Becky? Shout out to Locked In. Jericho, salute. He said women like watching men's sports. Absolutely. Dudes aren't even going to clubs no more. Modern King Boxer, salute. So what up, these fighters ducking fights? We get it's a business, but they scamming us, fake call outs. We need entertainment. This is professional sports. They beta males, man. They beta males. I keep telling you that these dudes rather be playing PlayStation, all of that. Monty salute. Disney is the kiss of death. Yeah, RP to the soundboard. That bit dead, dog. I don't know what's going on with the mixer. So I don't know. Well, I logged into it one day, then it crashed, and I re-downloaded it. It ain't configuring the right way no more. Then it changed some shit. So I'm about to get a computer soon anyway. But let's start the show off. So we can start off with Shakur. I would have been earlier, but it was the soundboard. I was trying to fix it. I'm done trying to configure it. Because I don't understand why it crashed that way, but it is what it is. So Shakur Stevenson he was on Joe Rogan. Him and Joe Rogan actually got into it about boxers, MMA fighters being more skilled, and I just seen the title. But let's start off there.
Boxing, like the skill level and the talent, for me, I like better.
The skill level and the talent when it comes to punching is way better in boxing.
Yeah.
But you also have to think, they're thinking about takedowns. They're thinking about getting kicked.
Yeah.
They're thinking about their calves getting kicked out from under them, their legs getting kicked, their body getting
So
kicked.
it's messing up their punching, huh?
Everything.
Yeah.
Knees, elbows. And then there's stuff that you do in boxing that you can't do in MMA.
Let me say this. See, you can have that conversation with somebody like Shakur Stevenson, but we all know most MMA guys, they try boxing. How did they get to MMA? I know MMA. How did they get to MMA? They couldn't hack it in boxing. That's a fact. So what Shakur Stevenson saying is fairly true. It's true. Because why would you go to the UFC, sign your life away for peanuts on the dollars, and you can come to boxing and do it big? They weren't capable of boxing. So you can talk about takedown, kicks, and all that. They can talk about boxing is limited. So is MMA. Remember the MMA fighter where the dude broke into his house? He said he gave me everything I wanted in some. Them niggas ain't really good fighters regardless. In the real world, they get their ass whooped too. They get clapped up too. That's a limited fighter. When you fighting for survival, that's real fighting. When ain't no below you can go below the belt. It's just me versus you in a survival. That's a whole different type. It ain't no, I can't do this, I can't do that. I can't, man, I pick up a knife and stab you in your fucking heart, whatever. I'm gonna bite you, I'm gonna grab. So when they talk about, well, boxing is limp, so it's MMA. So it's MMA. But most MMA fighters, they couldn't hack it. Most MMA fighters couldn't hack it in boxing. That's just what it is. They tried to box. Remember Kimbo Sledge was trying to box. Where his ass end up going to? MMA. What's the brother name that broke his leg? The Spider Silva. He tried to box. What happened? MMA. All them dudes usually got some type of box record. They wasn't skilled enough to box. That's a fact. So they can bring up the fact that, we got to worry about MMA is for guys right now who couldn't box, who couldn't make it in boxing. Regardless of how you feel, there was them for guys. If they could, they would box and get some real money and not being under a dictatorship with Dana White getting peanuts on the dollar. We all can agree to that. And the wrestlers that's there, they not good enough or charismatic enough to go into the WWE, or they didn't get a good degree in college. Simple as that. So we can did that right there. He can talk about they can worry about takedowns. They got to worry about, calf kick. Man, if they all could fight, they would be getting money in boxing rather than getting money in MMA. So we can have that conversation all we want to, but I did it that right there. Why sit there and take kicks and takedowns and wrestle when you can get all that money with just your hands? Simple as that. Simple as that. So all of them tried to box. And they all couldn't box. So what Shakur Stevenson is saying is factual. And I don't even know why niggas still go on that platform. Didn't this dude call dudes monkeys and shit? But I guess Shakur, that's a great point, right? So let's go.
Ryan Garcia, we'll just do me and Ryan Garcia, for example.
Okay.
No Diddy.
I'm going to blow up like 148. He's going to blow up 168 to 170. Now it's like you in a ring with somebody that is like 20 pounds bigger than you. The rehydration clause is kind of crazy, but I will only do a rehydration clause for fighters if I go up to 147 pounds. Because I'm not a 147 pounder, so why would I fight at their weight class where they're comfortable and just make it easy for them? Like, I don't. Lewis just do me.
So Ryan Garcia did respond, and I put it on the screen. Floyd Mayweather went up against guys that was routinely bigger than him. Terrence Crawford went up against a guy that probably was 10, 15, 20 pounds heavier than him. See, that's the problem. When he sit there, Chatty Patty Shakur sit there and talk about how good he is, that's the question of being great. That's the question of being great. That's the real, what happened when you at a disadvantage? That's the number one question. What happens when you at a disadvantage? That's a great question. What happens when you don't have the advantage? Are you really good? Are you really good? If you don't have, the numbers are not in your favor and you can still win. I remember Gucci Man, he had a song. He said, "You outnumbered me, but I still defeated you." Come on, man. At the end of the day, Shakur Stevenson is not confident. All that shit that he taught, he'd be trying to get in there with all Shockey Foster. And I'm gonna talk about that real. I'm gonna squeeze that in a smidget. You know what I'm saying? And he sits here and he talks to, well, I'll be the smaller. You lobbied to go to 147. Nobody was like, well, Shakur just went to 140. Let's make him go to 147. Nobody lobbied for Shakur to go up to 147. Shakur Stevenson threw the olive branch to go up to 147 to cherry pick Conor Benn. So then when Conor Benn he called his snow on the bluff, then what did he start saying when Conor Benn called his snow on the bluff? What did he start saying? What did he start saying? What did he start saying? Oh, I need a rehydration clock. He just talking, bro. Shakur Stevenson is just talking. He had no intentions on fighting Conor Benn. Same thing with Keyshawn Davis. It went from saying, I'll go up to 47 next to fight Devin Haney, but then now it's Lamont Roach. Now it's Lewis Crocker. Now it's this, that, and the third. Dog, these niggas is two birds of the same, or two birds from the same feather, bro. They talk the same language. They talking the same language. They doing the same thing. This is a sick Negro. Respectfully. Only way I'm doing this if you do a rehydration club. Like who? At the end of the day, you were going up to fight Conor Benn. You volunteered to go do that. Nobody put the weed to Shakur Stevenson's mouth and said, "Might as well, Shakur, man, stimulate your mind, man." Nobody said that to Shakur Stevenson. Tell me if I'm wrong. You said, "I'm going up in weight." You said that. No, I'm just small, but when you was fighting Oscar Valdez, he didn't ask for you to do no catch weight or nothing like that. When you was bigger than everybody, you didn't fought in your whole career. When you was 2 times bigger than Joey Gonzalez. When you was bigger than everybody at 26, you was way bigger than everybody at 130. When you blew the weight off versus Robinson Casiaco, and dropped your belt. You know what I'm saying? When you bigger than everybody that you fight, now all of a sudden you started to fight guys probably at 147. That's your natural weight. Now you starting to want to cop please. He's not who he say he is, bro. He's not. Because if you was him, you would do it. Deontay Wilder, as much shit as they talked about, you fought a motherfucker 30, 40, 50 pounds heavier than him. Come on now. Come on. Say what you want to say about Charlo. He jumped up a couple weight classes. Come on, man. Sergio Martinez, he did lose his day. He lost his prime fighting Chavez. Chavez was a fucking cruiserweight. He didn't put a rehydration clause on him. So if Shakur Stevenson is as good as he said he is, bro, you need, and this is the problem too. The reason that he got to say, I don't need to do a rehydration clause for Ryan Garcia is because then if he don't put a rehydration clause in versus Ryan Garcia, people gonna say, well, you got to fight Devin Haney. He got to have something to hide about not to fight Devin Haney. That's the problem. See, that's why when Conor Ben was like, yeah, I'll fight you at 147. I'll fight you at 147, right? Remember Conor Ben? Well, yeah. Oh, we got to do rehydration because he know if I fight Conor Ben at 147, no rehydration clause, then people going to expect I can't hide from Devin Haney no more. I would have to fight Devin Haney at 147 pounds. Remember what Bernie the boxer said? He said, oh, you know, Devin is big and Shakur should leave that alone. And like I said, bro, then when they be talking about I'm so great, if the odds ain't in their favor, bro, they don't take the fight. If the money ain't in the favor, the odds they don't believe in their skills, bro. They just talking. If he believed that he was that guy, weight shouldn't be a factor. If skills pay the bills, he thought he was gonna get up there, exploit it. If Devin Haney didn't exist up there, and it wasn't, he would probably fight Conor Ben with no rehydration clause. He'd probably go up there and fight Ryan Garcia without no rehydration clause. But the expectation is, if he go win one of those fights, people is gonna demand him to fight Devin Haney. Why do you think he want to fight Tank so bad? Tank don't have to reach Devin Haney guy. Tank ain't don't have the limbs. Tank ain't gonna jab. He know I'm bigger than Tank, so I know I'm bigger than Tank. With Devin Haney, I know that I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be harder for me to box versus Devin Haney. I'm telling you that right now. It's gonna be harder for me to cut the distance versus Devin Haney. He's a fraud. Keep telling y'all. I don't care what Crawford says. Oh, he better than me. Man. Nigga ain't proved not one. He proved nothing in the sport of boxing. He about to be 30 years old. He never been in a 50-50 fight. He never been in a fight where he was underdog. Never. Never. All this is pomp and circumstance. All this is glitz and glam. All this is for aesthetic use only. Him talking about fighting Devin. Oh, I was always ahead of Devin. Well, show it now. You won't. So that's just talk. Fighting Conor Ben, that was bluff. He was bluffing. Next to him through the internet, he was bluffing. The Ryan Garcia was bluffing. Now he was Mick bluffing. Now he's talking about, well, I'll fight Raimondo Mortella for the ring belt. Nah, pussy nigga. Why don't you go fight O'Shaquie Foster? Stop hiding behind Raymond Ford Focus, two-door Focus. He's a pussy, dog. I keep telling y'all that, bro. He's a pussy. Think about it. We got him and Boo. How many fights this dude got, bro? These niggas is approaching 30 years old, bro, respectfully. And these dudes they got titles, multiple titles. They've been the lineal champ. He 28 years old. He been the lineal champ. And he never fought nobody truly bigger than him. Real talk. Maybe you could say the Nibia Cop was bigger than him, but he never fought nobody that was as big as him. No, did he? Nobody as skilled as him. He never been an underdog, never been the 50-50 fight. He's never been the B-side for real. It ain't like he brought home a gold medal. He'll be 29 in June 28th. He'll be 29 years old. He didn't won multiple. This is the crazy thing about boxing when people talk about they don't respect the Zuffa belt and the IBF. This is the crazy thing. You got a dude here who was won a title at 126. He might have been a lineal at 130. He won a title at 35 and 40. He's never been tested. He's never been in a fight where you thought he can lose. Most of the fights he's been in, he's been bigger than his opponents. Everything he's done has been strategic. Everything he's done has been strategic. He's never had to be the road guy. He's never had to be the guy, in the 50-50 fight. Think about it. We got dudes who won titles and lineal titles who'd have been across 2, 3, 4 weight classes, and they never been tested before. That's the problem with having 4, 5, 6 belts. You got guys saying they the best, but they ain't never been proven the best. That's crazy. So Ryan Garcia, he turns around and says Shakir is clearly scared. I'm nowhere near what he's saying. I will never be on rehydration clause again. I don't need 20, 30 pounds to beat you. I beat your ass straight up. You are terrified. Your whole crew is terrified. And at the end of the day, I mean, Ryan Garcia is playing it how he's supposed to play it. You know, when a dude like this, basically, with him saying, "Oh, I'll just fight Redmondo," now he talking himself out the fight. And even if he was 20 or 30 pounds heavier, guess what? He did it within the rules. If he's a clean fighter, he did it within the rules. You know, when he fought Devin Haney, he missed 4 pounds. He missed 4 pounds. Do y'all know how much that is in cutting weight? That's a lot within cutting weight. But here goes Shakur Stevenson, who's supposed to be so much better than Devin Haney. Go prove it. If you don't want to prove and fight Devin Haney and shoot the fair one with Devin Haney, go prove it right then and there. And like I said, all that talk about going to 140 for Ryan or 47, this, that, dog, they just talking. They don't want to produce the best fights, bro. Oh, he 20, 30 pounds bigger than, well, you 20, 30 fucking levels better than him in skill. You way more skilled than Ryan Garcia. Why does it matter? They always saying skills pays the bills and size don't matter. And okay, cool. Take your, you know, you lobbied to go up to 147. Nobody was like, Shakur need to go to 47. Nobody said Keyshawn need to go to 147. Nobody said that. They lobbied for that. And then now he trying to talk about, yeah, I'll go to 35, back down to 35 and fight Redmondo Mortella for the ring belt. Okay, cool. But you didn't pay that sanctioning fee from the WBC because you didn't want to fight Oshaki Foster. Anytime a nigga be like, well, you got to fight Raymond 2-4-door Focus to fight me, he still wasn't going to fight you because he wasn't going to put it in writing. Same thing with Floyd. When Floyd was talking about, yeah, you got to fight Earl to get to me, Keith, like, you pussy nigga, that's pussy talk, bro. Give these niggas a douche. These dudes talk the same language, dog. They talk so confident. They talk so strong. They just watch their actions, bro. Yeah, we can do this. We can do. And now guess what? Ryan is probably allegedly might fight Brian Norman. Shakur is trying to go fight another Hispanic because he know he can't hang with the niggas, bro. In my MC Ren voice, the niggas, he can't hang with, man. Shakur is man. Shakur is just, man, him and Keyshawn, bro. You're my brother. Fuck, man, 2 niggas with that supposed to be on a short bus with a helmet on. He don't believe in himself, bro. 30 years old, man, ain't never been in a 50-50 fight. You tell me. You tell me. Not willing to take no risk to be a superstar. You tell me. All that money probably going to Jay Prince anyway. Jay Prince beat all them MMA chicks this boxing. He said the guys who have the best hand game usually have success in MMA regardless of not having a ground game. He said Ozil, T.O. had advantages. Don't give Ryan leverage. He'll cheat Shakur worse than Devin. Well, he ain't the nigga, so I don't care. He claimed to be a Puerto Rican. Cyber salute. Shakur scared this in. He said Miller Fury was 50, 60 pounds heavier than Du Bois and Fury. I mean, yeah, you know, but he would want to be mentioned in those same veins, right? You know, like I said before, let's keep it moving. I got one more.
For me personally, if you got caught, it's like I can't give you the credit for that. I don't give him credit for that night with Devin.
Yeah, but steroids don't help you land punches. They help you recover in training. They help you train a little harder. They might give you a little bit more power, but that left hook was on point.
Yeah, but that little bit of more power probably wasn't enough to hurt Devin. Because if you really watch the fight and pay attention to the fight, and people might not agree with me on this, but I feel like Devin was winning the moments that was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Like when people's not really, Devin is winning most of the like boxing match, but the moments where Ryan was so loud and like everybody got to see him get hurt and knocked down to where like, I just feel like Devin, if he didn't get dropped by them punches, he could have won that fight.
But he did get dropped. Yep. That's the problem. And also,
what if the Oster ring was helping his power?
Yeah.
See, at the end of the day, Joe Rogan is probably a guy that takes steroids. You can, anytime somebody defends, he's a racist too, by the way. He was calling niggas monkeys at the movie theater. I don't let shit like that go. Y'all can let shit slide. I don't let shit go like that, right? And he was talking, anybody defend steroids or defend shit like that. Well, yes, you take steroids, bro. It can help you land a left hook, because guess what? When you throw a punch and you throwing the same punch at the same speed from round 1 to round 6 to round 7 to round 8, you throwing it the same speed. What are we talking about? One thing about steroids, a lot of times it increase conditioning, recovery. You know what I'm saying? So you going through each round, you able to recover faster. It allows you to be able to take more abuse to the body. That's another thing when he's talking about, you're recovering and stuff. It allows you to train harder without sustaining injuries. What are we talking about? In the ultimate sport of recovery, where you got a minute between three rounds of fighting, 3 minutes of fighting, and in that minute, I could recover super duper, and you don't. What are we talking about? If it didn't give an advantage, it wouldn't be banned. If it didn't increase blood flow to the muscle, if it didn't grow more muscle, if it didn't get more conditioning, what if he didn't have it? He probably would have been 10 pounds overweight. Let's keep it real. He probably would have been 10 pounds overweight. What if he didn't have it? He probably wouldn't even have the speed on the punches. He probably wouldn't even have the legs to do it. So, like I said before, you see them brads at the gym, a bunch of them brads be on steroids. That TRT, that testosterone replacement, man, that shit grow hair on your fucking back, grow hair everywhere. It gives you ability to have high energy. It makes you stronger. It makes you more durable. It makes you be able to recover from the abuse. A lot of these dudes are able to pick up this heavy weight. And if they pick that shit up, they would blow their back out. They would blow their leg out. All them, most of them dudes, them brads, they on some shit. I see it all the time at the gym. They on some shit. And it becomes addictive. It becomes addictive like that. So they defend it. Look at Joe Rogan. He look like he on that shit. But if the roles was reversed, would you think Joe Rogan would say it didn't help Devin Haney at all? He'd be bashing Devin Haney. And that's why I just don't understand. Most of these Hollywood dudes are going to the most racist platforms. That'd be crazy to me. These dudes are going to most racist platforms. That's what I don't be understanding. And then they'd be like, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. You knew. Let's keep it a bean. You knew. Let's go, man. We got more."
I'm a grown man. I make my own money. I'm living a spectacular life. I don't need nobody. So if he feels as though I need him, and if it's that kind of stuff, then it's like whatever. I'm not in need of that fight.
The thing is like Tank had gotten a bunch of those high-profile fights. He KO'd Ryan. He's had some big high-profile fights. He looked great. And so for him...
He had one high-profile fight.
To say that, he's probably, he's talking shit, obviously. But he's like looking at you as like you haven't had, before the Lopez fight, you haven't had that big breakout fight. But now you have. You have, and it was more spectacular than if you wanted to write out a perfect result on paper against a world champion like Teofimo, that would be the fight you would say.
Yeah.
So that's it. I mean, if I had to think of like a big fight for you, if I was the guy with the magic wand, that would be the fight that I would set up.
I would love to fight. I would love for that fight to happen. So,
that would be a big fight.
So my thing is they've done a great job of creating an illusion where Tank has had big fights. He had a big fight. You know what I'm saying? The fights that he had with Cruz and those, a lot of those was just affiliation with Mayweather. I don't even believe the ticket sales did what they say they did. I believe that a lot of the ticket sales that Tank has done in the past, I believe a lot of those ticket sales, they was buying and reselling the tickets. I think it was a lot of shady things going on with the ticket sales. I mean, we seen with the Logan Paul fight, he was getting sued. You know, Al Heyman allegedly got sued for not guys people bought the tickets and he didn't pay them the money he was gonna give on ROI, right? On return on investment. So yeah, when we started talking about it, I think a lot of the things they were doing, it was shams. It was sham. I don't think Tank, I think they drove up Tank ticket prices. I don't think because they never translated to pay-per-view buys. You know, you telling me people are willing to pay $1,000 to see a Tank fight and sit in the mid or upper bowl, right? They willing to pay $1,000 for a Tank fight, but they want to pay $80, $60 to $80 or to $100 for a pay-per-view. That's why I said sometimes you got to match it up. And Tank is not who they say he is. Tank don't turn a pay-per-view over. He ain't nothing special. Even Canelo to turn over a major pay-per-view, Canelo Alvarez has to sell. He has to be fighting an ideal opponent. You know how much money these dudes and probably lost off Canelo Alvarez's pay-per-view? You know, as much as Shakur Stevenson know he need Tank, he won't say it. And as a man, you're not supposed to admit you need another man, right? As much as he know the statement is true, Tank needs Shakur Stevenson too. He need Devin Haney too. Regardless, to make the money, he ain't made no money. Why you think he talking about coming back? He broke. Telling y'all, man, the average person, regardless, even in Hollywood, in the sports industry, they can't afford to miss a check, dog. They can't afford to miss a check. They can't afford to miss a check. That's the wild thing about it. So if y'all think, oh, he don't need him, and he do. And no, he do. So they need each other. Excuse me. And they need each other. So all this talking about he a star, man, that's internet, child. That's internet. They buy bots. They get the media to make it seem like it's a star, but they can't really manufacture a star like that. And that's the problem. They cannot manufacture a star like they want to manufacture a star. That's the problem. They can push it through the media. They can buy and resell tickets and make it seem like Tank a star. He ain't no star, bro. Because how you a star? People come and spend that money. They ain't spend no money on Tank, bro. Keep telling y'all that. He needs Shakur Stevenson. He needs Shakur. He need Devin. He gonna wait till he old and wore out or go through enough legal problems. Or if I would have fought them in my prime, I would have easily won. That's what he gonna do. He's a sucker. He takes the coward way out. And his mentor was a sucker. He was a coward. He took a bunch of the coward way out. That's why he didn't believe in passing the torch. And his indirect belief in passing the torch, you know, Floyd Mayweather, his belief was he was supposed to co-sign Tank. That was his version of passing the torch, and that didn't even work. He was supposed to co-sign Tank to pass the torch, and that didn't work. He fell out with Tank. Y'all forgot that? He fell out with Tank. Oh, I'm gonna call Todd DeBuff and we gonna make the Lomachenko fight. He fell out with Tank. Come on now.
I may go back to 35 and get that ring belt.
Really?
I may. We'll see though.
Yeah?
I can't promise that I will, but I may.
What makes that more interesting to you?
I like the ring belt. Like I like the Ring magazine belt. I don't know what it is about it.
It's a classic belt.
But for me to have a ring belt at 130, and then I got a ring belt right now at 140, but I never had a ring belt at 35. And it's like, should I just go get that ring belt just to have it?
So it's
well, Shockey Foster had that ring belt. Would he go back and get it? No. He feel like Raimondo Mortella is another calculated Hispanic fighter, another calculated duck, a duck that a Mexican that he can exploit. I'm telling y'all what it is. That's all it is. The name of the game for all these black fighters in boxing is to fight Hispanic fighters because they easy. That's the name of the game. You know, that's the name of the game. So we know what it is. We know they're picking and choosing, and they letting their best years go by. And by the time they 35, 40, they're going to be talking about, oh, we're going to make the biggest, and nobody even care no more, bro. But let's go.
I feel like I was the better fighter. Like, I feel like my range and my distance and my speed was kind of better than his. But, like, from a standpoint of being in shape and throwing more punches, I feel like he was kind of, but he was getting ready for his fight. I was getting ready for my fight too, so.
Well, that's a very valuable learning experience, right?
Yeah.
I mean, better to learn it then than to learn it in a fight.
Yeah, but for real, it messed me up because now it's like, if I'm Lomachenko and I know he was, 126 pounds at the time, he was a kid. Now I see him all grown up, he bigger, stronger, and I seen what he was doing as a kid, I'll probably be like, why would I test the water with him? Like, I wouldn't really want to see that guy.
So you think that those sparring matches were the reason why you never got a fight with him?
Yeah, for sure.
You notice when it comes to a white man, you notice this with a lot of black women in the community, they don't have the smoke. They don't have that smoke for Brad. When it comes to a brother, oh, Devin Haney a bitch nigga, and oh, Shockey Foster, he need to do this, that, and it ain't never no humble brag on the bros. Well, Loma, oh man, you know, Loma a goat, man, and I just really think the sparring, you know, it fucked me up, man, and I wouldn't do it. He just telling you, if I was him, I wouldn't do it. He just told you he a pussy too. He's showing you. He telling you. He's showing you, oh, you know, I'll go up for Conor and Ryan, but it got to be a real But if I'm Loma, I wouldn't have fought me neither. And he giving them a pass. That's what I be telling y'all, bro. I be telling y'all, man, these niggas all think the same way. They hate their skin color. They talk nice to Brad. They ain't got no heat for Brad. Brad can duck them. Brad can fuck them out of money. They not going to get belligerent with Brad or nothing like that. And they be cool with it. But when it's a brother, oh, he a whole ass nigga, bitch ass nigga, fuck him and his mama and this, that, and the third. I'm telling y'all, that's what it is. That's what it is. And I guarantee you, if Andy Cruz won that fight where Shockey had that ring belt, he wouldn't go back there. He wouldn't be talking about going to get back to get that belt. I keep telling y'all, dog, y'all just got to read these dudes, and they hard to read. Look how they be talking about doing, oh, Tyson Fury better than Muhammad Ali. And every time they say something about a brother, they be mad. Why you think his mama went to go let a Puerto Rican shoot the club up Roski? And imagine if his dad was an ain't shit nigga. It was an ain't shit black man. Remember they did documentaries on Keyshawn and he brought up his dad and shit. They ain't brought up Shakur Stevenson dad not one fucking time. These dudes that be raised by single mothers who hate niggas, right? Especially these mulatto ass niggas, man, who these single mothers that hate black men, you know what I'm saying, that they procreate with. You think they don't pass that hatred, that feminist, misandrist hatred down to their son? Look at it. So what happened when your dad don't fuck you, you know, your dad ain't there to raise you. Imagine if his dad was black. Yeah, fuck that nigga. He a whole ass nigga, man. He don't never have nothing bad to say about his mom, his dad. Mama don't be saying, man, if Keisha, that was a brother who did Keisha like that, she'd be on the internet every ESPN interview. He ain't shit. That nigga ain't shit. Well, every man say every time we drive by, bitches be like, he ain't shit. Telling y'all, man, I be trying to open y'all eyes up to it, bro. Single, bitter fucking baby mamas, regardless of race, they pass that hatred down for men down to they kids, not just to the women. They pass it down to their kids. So you got a lot of self-hating brothers or Black Ricans who hate themselves. They don't even know it. They think what I'm saying is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? They think what I'm saying is crazy. It's not crazy. A lot of these dudes, they hate themselves. Your mother taught you to hate yourself. And that's what you're saying. You see how much grace and how much elegance they talk when they talk about Brad or they talk about another dude. Think about it. Why you think when they get into this space, Regis is another weird mulatto ass nigga. can't find itself. Why you think they get into these? Like, oh, Richardson's a bitch ass nigga, and like nigga, you ducked him too. It's not the same. It's the same thing. You didn't fight. You didn't spin the block and say, I'm ready to rematch Durant right now. Hell nah. You didn't spin the block and fight him. Same thing. I ain't fight him. You ain't fight him. I don't care. Shit, I don't really care. Richard Richardson didn't fight him. As much shit Mexicans done did, they done juiced. Motherfuckers that rob niggas on the scorecards and shit. Shout out to Cobra for robbing that Mexican in Vegas. Who was that? Rayo? I like Rayo though. Rob the shit out of Rayo in Vegas. That's the first time in history some shit like that happened. So yeah, we having these conversations, bro. These niggas be talking so nice to the other. Oh yeah, Loma, he dug me, man, but I love him, man, and I really want the autograph from him. Imagine if it was a story about a brother and we was going to war and shit, and he fucking fled. He fled the country. You know what I'm saying? He fled the country and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit'd be you, man. Nigga, don't you bring your black ass. Lomachenko, they was going to war. Lomachenko cowered out and fled the country until Ivan Redcash and them Ukrainians shamed him. You know what I'm saying? Till they shamed him. He came back. I really gotta fight. Like, yeah, pussy nigga, grab these fucking guns and grab these gear. Put your fatigues on. Fucking coward. That nigga fled to Greece like a pussy. They had to shame him and coming back and fight. Man, fuck Lomachenko. This shit crazy to be, dog. Look how he talk. Yeah, I wouldn't fight me neither. I wouldn't fight. Like, man, dude. This is what happened, man. This is what happened, man. No father figure. You got a partner, nigga. So what else were you talking about? I'm done with that mark. All right, so this was funny too, man. We got so I'm gonna end it off with Turkey and Eddie Hearn. So that'll be a small smidget, but we gonna hit the blunt twice and switch lanes on this one, man. Let's go with this one, right? So I don't even know how I seen this. I don't even think nobody sent this to me. I think this popped up on Instagram or something like this. This shit was funny. This shit was funny, man. Like I said, what I be saying, dude, be true. And when the roosters come home to roost or whatever they say it, bro, I be telling y'all, bro, Pilgrim Eddie, a.k.a. Brad, is not your friend. He is not your friend.
We talking about the Virgil Ortiz fight when there should have been a backup plan, in my opinion, and give him Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly is with Matchroom. Matchroom, and I've been hearing
Josh Kelly is not with Matchroom anymore.
And I don't know if it's true, but I've been hearing that Josh Kelly was negotiating with Xander. Why would a Matchroom fighter be negotiating with Xander when they have an in-house fight right there that could turn Ennis into a star? I'll give you an even bigger one. Before Conor Ben jumped ship to Zuffa Boxing, why wasn't a fight between him and Ennis being proposed? That fight would have turned him into a star.
Because Eddie was trying to protect Conor and keep him into a star. He don't
Paulie, you're 100% right, but that's why I said
never been the priority. There's always somebody ahead of him.
It's not been a priority because you got the built-in rivalry, the U.S. versus the UK. Conor Ben is kind of a sourly guy. He can play the bad guy role. Ennis can play the good guy role. Their styles clash. I don't understand that. They had no problem with throwing Chris Algieri in the ring with Conor Ben. Why don't they throw Conor Ben in the ring with Boots Ennis?
Because Eddie has favorites. Right, Eddie has favorites, and unfortunately, Boots ain't it. Boots is the most talented guy there, but he's not. It's a personal favoritism.
It's obvious.
Yes.
So the obvious thing is, why don't they just make an in-house fight and let Boots fight Josh Kelly?
Well, so they were saying
that not happen?
Dog, Josh Kelly is not with Matchroom no more. Okay, he's with Wasserman Boxing. I asked AI, right? They crashing out, bro. They crashing out. Why they want that was Stephen Bradman? Why they want to do this for Boots? Because Boots is not profitable, man. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen to the kid, bro. Listen to me. Boots, look me in my eye. Your dad, your brother was the only one who called out Virgil via IG. Y'all too quiet, bro. Y'all too quiet. You was supposed to be putting Kirk Franklin fucking Maury Gator boot to Virgil Ortiz's neck. This whole time Virgil Ortiz was ducking you. You sitting there quiet as a church mouse. You don't say nothing. If you ain't fighting, we don't see you. You don't want to do the interviews with nobody. You quiet. Why would Eddie put you at the forefront? You're bland. You're rice with no salt, no pepper, no sugar, no honey, no nothing. You just that regular white rice that the Chinese restaurant think a motherfucker want to eat. Hibachi my shit. And that's real spill. Why won't he? Why would I give you a guy that did a million pay-per-views with Chris Eubanks 1 or 2 times, whatever it is? Why would I serve him up to your boring ass? Boots is boring. Boots don't speak nothing. He don't market. He don't promote. He almost 30 years old. Don't have no fan base. He got a few Philadelphia fucking sushi roll fans. He don't have no fan base for what? Why am I feeding my fighters to a boring guy? A guy that I have to market, a guy I have to speak up for, a guy I have to help do his math homework. I have to help him do his history homework. Boots can't do nothing. He can't speak. He probably don't even dress himself, bruh. This is why I say the whole Virgil Ortiz thing, he could have won. He could have came out the victor. Dating number 33, this whole ass nigga don't want to fight. Scary ass nigga. Nigga went to go start a lawyer fight to avoid big bad Boots. Come on, man. They ain't had no campaign. They was just, oh yeah, we love Virgil and he a good fighter and we know we gonna fight down the line. Him and his brother daddy and Robert Garcia. Man, get up, man. Shut the front door. Shut the front door. This let you know that they never really wanted to fight anybody. They weren't trying to fight Earl or Boots or Bud before they fought each other. None of that, bruh. None of it. None of it. Why be quiet? Why be quiet? Why not speak up and verbally win the marketing battle over Virgil Ortiz? Leave with something. Motherfucker been quiet the whole day. They ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing. Nigga's a house cat. He didn't want that fight neither, bro. You supposed to apply big pressure. I took the money because I know I'm gonna win. I'm gonna turn this $3 or $4 million. I'm gonna turn that shit to 10 after I turn these punches over on your ass. No personality, dog. If I'm Eddie, I just drop this buster, bro. To be real, I drop him. And you got Britt. Why won't he? Why would I give him any of my top fighters, bro? He's boring. He fight, you don't see from him, you don't hear from him, he don't market, he don't address shit in interviews, he don't call nobody out, he don't know how to speak in the camera, this nigga stuttering, there's no engagement, he don't know how to work the camera, he don't know how to do an interview, don't know how to do a monologue, don't know how to call nobody else out. Why would I feed him anything but these nuts? And they think, well, Eddie is not your friend. Eddie, his motherfucking Eddie's allegiance is to the British fighters. He used guys like Danny Jacobs and Devin Haney. He just used y'all. The Pilgrim is not your friend. The Pilgrim is not your friend. The minute he squeeze you dry, he get all the lemon juice out of you, he throw you down the garbage disposal. Eddie is not your friend. As much as y'all think Brad and Hector is your friend, they're not your friend in boxing. Oscar is not your friend. Al is not your friend. They don't care nothing about you. Eddie care about his British fighters first. But why would he do? Why would I? And then also you can't make Josh Kelly fight. If Josh Kelly was a matchroom fighter still, and he said, "Oh, Boots will fight Xander Zayas," I mean, who wouldn't want to go do a unification bout with Xander Zayas? If I fight Boots, I got to make a 10-pound rehydration clause. If I fight Xander Zayas, I don't have to do a 10-pound rehydration clause. It's probably more money involved in it, and I get unification. His manager and coach Adam Booth said Originally, before he fought Madrimov, right? Originally, before he fought Madrimov, Eddie Hearn offered him $100K to fight. Or I don't think he said it was $100K. It might have been $100K, but he said he offered him Josh Kelly to fight Boots. It was less than they was getting for 10 rounders. Eddie Hearn ain't putting no money behind Boots. He don't bring a return. Him being quiet, him ducking interviews, him fighting and not being seen until fight week. Him like, come on, man. Like, would you come on? He's not going to be a star. He's not going to be a star. He passed up on T.O. He passed up on Devin. He passed up on Virgil the first time. He passed up to come out the victor on Virgil this time. He could have came out the publicity victor. Didn't say nothing the whole time. He could have came out the victor in that. He's a loser. He's a loser. He don't want to be great. I don't even think the kid want to box. I think his daddy made him box. He'd rather just be a producer, or he'd rather be an anime writer. He'd rather be an animation. He don't have the look of a fighter. He don't want to be a fighter. I'm telling you that right now. Mikey Garcia was another dude who didn't want to fight. He just was the little brother, and he was very talented, and they made him fucking fight. Boots don't want to be a fighter, dog. Boots ain't putting no belt to ass. No, he ain't calling niggas out. He ain't pulling down on it. He let Virgil get a G pass and ducked him. He let Virgil slide. He let Virgil walk out his trap house with all his work. He let Virgil walk out his bodega with all his fucking chips and all his food and his milk and ice cream. And ain't say nothing. He let Virgil walk out his crib after he bust down his bitch. Come on. He let Virgil get the ultimate G pass. Yeah, he ran up on, yeah, you've been talking me. You supposed to follow that up. He got no nothing, dog. Like, man, like I said before, if I'm Eddie Hearn, I get rid of him. For what? So he can keep fighting at the 2100 Philadelphia Avenue Arena Street. So he can just keep fighting in Philadelphia. He can fight in Atlantic City. If I'm Eddie, this nigga dead weight. I'm paying him $3-4 million to fight for what? Every fight that I could have made a profit off this clown ass ninja, he turned it down. He could have been, okay, make the weight no more. Pussy, make the weight. It's T.O. Make the weight. It's Devin. Them two fights alone would have gave you leverage. They would be dying to fight you. And now what's going to happen? Virgil and them, after a while, they going to make up to break up. That's all we do. First you love me, then you hate me. Or does it hate me and you love me? That's the game for fools. We already know. Oh, yeah, we're going to do this fight. They're going to probably put him in there with the Fondor Thurman winner or try to get him an easy belt. Dude, I can't make the weight no more. I'm going to 160. We already know what it is, bro. Boots is let every I don't want to hear Boots the most avoided fighter since Mike told Boots is I don't want to hear that shit from Bradman, dog. Now I want to hear that. He lost his opportunities, bro. T.O. Devin. I can't make the weight, and he ain't for real, man. Nigga, let's go find out even he could have got clout off them niggas. He could have got clout. He didn't even get the clout, bro. Like, man, pack this nigga up, bro. He's a trust fund, baby. You can tell, bro. He ain't, man. That motherfucker's probably raised somewhere way outside of Philly. Come on, man. This nigga gentle. Man, Will Smith still got more Philadelphia in his motherfucking blood than Boots. Boots ain't drinking that same Philadelphia water that them real killers drinking, dog. And I just got to say it, dog. He ain't come up the same way Foden did, He ain't, man, I don't care if he a gym rat. Nigga be a media rat. Get your name out there. Nigga goofy. He goofy, bro. That whole team goofy. At first they was talking, all this father was talking, Boots to do this, but they ain't did shit. 5 years, nigga about to be 30. He ain't did shit 30 years later. He still ain't did nothing. This joke about to be 30 years old and still ain't did nothing. This nigga about to fight Madrimov. Somebody we wanted to see. And then Eddie like, well, Charlos, I don't care about him fighting Charlos. He gets no play in my ride. Him and Charlo, what's the point? You can't even afford Charlo for one. You gonna lose money. If I'm Boots, I'm not taking less money to fight Charlo. I'm not doing it. That's just me personally. What do being Charlo do for him? He'll be 29 June 26th. Man, that must be the duck month for a birthday. What do Charlo do for him? What do Jermell Charlo do for Jaron Boots Ennis? I'm just asking for the congregation. What does Jermell Charlo do for Jaron Boots Ennis? Come on. I'm asking. It's a legit question. What does it do for his pro? Nothing. This is a guy who, two dudes who went to go get their ass to Canelo. Both of them. Do the homemade. I mean, I'm being real. Like, come on. I'll help you beat the black man, Jaron the Canelo. I want to help you beat Terrence Crawford because he fake ducked me. Then you got Jermell Charlo went up there. I do it for the culture. I do it for the culture. And went out there and took a knee. Bitch, that was 7 years ago with Colin Kaepernick. However, go, man, you about 10 years late taking that knee, Playboy. I do it for the culture. Nigga made brothers look. He came up there for a check. Then after he lost to Canelo, after the fight, you heard him? Yeah, we about to get some drinks. We about to celebrate. Man, you just went out like a McBuster. You went out like a McBuster talking about we about to go get some drinks. We about to celebrate. Nigga, what? Nigga, who? Nigga, what? That nigga said, yeah, we about to celebrate. Yeah, I'm about to celebrate. I sold my ass. Yeah, I sold my ass. We about to celebrate. We about to celebrate. Like, celebrate. Good time. Yeah, it's an honor for me to get beat up by a Mexican. Yeah, I'm about to celebrate this ass whooping. And that motherfucker check, biggity bout, slide that ass to the right, man. Nigga ain't even get paid for that fight before he heard that. Are you looking for my money? Here I go. Uh-oh, don't jump, bitch, move. Al said, you see them headlights? You see that fucking crowd? I'm coming through. That nigga still ain't got his bread allegedly for that fight. He probably got a little bit. Just a little bit. To the bun, just a little bit. That trash ass on, nigga. You be good just a little bit. You big, come on, man. I heard that nigga still got your fucking money. That's why you back. I'm back. Mr. 17, 5-man dog, man. Wait till I drop this video. These niggas down bad. PBC City boy, all them niggas gonna be, yeah, I'll give you an autograph. Give me $50 and I'll autograph your glove. Niggas down bad. These niggas down bad. These niggas down bad. They gonna be begging to come in. Niggas, let's start a podcast together, brother. We supposed to be brothers. Like, y'all, nah. We don't want none of these motherfucking geriatric ass fights, my nigga. We wanted to see this shit 10 years ago. Nope. And then go get that fucking Instacart account. Go get that broom, nigga. Go clean that bathroom at PS 118, my G. Nigga.
On Ennis against Ortiz. I think it's the best fight in boxing in America. But, we'll have to see. But right now, we're obviously planning the future of Jaron Ennis as well.
Who is the future for Jaron Ennis? Like, are you looking at Josh Kelly?
Josh Kelly's obviously a fight that can be made. The Xander Zayas fight's a huge fight in America as well. Charlo's been on. Thanks, Andy. There's a whole host. But, that was the fight that I really wanted to make. But we will get Boots a big fight, and he will fight.
Nigga, ain't none of them fights I give a damn about seeing. I don't care if you fight Josh Kelly, Josh. I don't care if you fight Jim Kelly. Kelly Services. I don't care if he fight Xander. I don't give a fuck about that fight. I don't care if he fight Boots. Ain't no big fights out there for Jaron Boots Ennis. Sorry, Eddie. Nah, apparently, and then I read the comments. I got any questions asked from now. Eddie and Big Turkey beefing. Now, I wasn't aware this was going on. Turkey called the nigga his son and shit on X. He called him his son. That was funny. He called him his son. Remember Eddie was talking about, I'll shine Turkey's shoes if he asked me to. You know what I'm saying? And apparently, there's rumors going out there that Zuffa is about to steal Bam Rodriguez. Now, a lot of these dudes ain't really never free. Okay. A lot of these dudes are never free. Eddie Hearn was like, Conor Ben paid me money to be quiet, and we couldn't have matched the fifth. We could have matched the 15 million, and we did. My thing is, he went over there for one fight. Y'all bitching and complaining. How you mad for a man to go get 15 million for one fight? What you mad about? Even if it's two fights, whatever it is, what you mad about? So while speaking to the ring, Turkey Al-Sheikh, Eddie Hearn, come and put your head on the chest of your father. I will give you a warm hug. The world is filled with evil people. And he sunned you. Eddie Hearn they not great businessman. He finessed these dudes. And now he could be on the verge of stealing Bam Rodriguez. Apparently, it's a 3-fight deal for 3 fights. And Eddie would have to match that. But $3 million for a guy that's fighting at those weight classes, that's a lot of money. So I think it was Timothy Bradley I was talking about. I did a video on it. And then, for the most part, I mean, he lost Conor Ben. If they can give me 15 for one fight, why not sign a deal? Conor Ben probably ain't coming back. That's fine. He lose Bam Rodriguez. I don't know who else he got. He don't have Josh Kelly. I always told y'all that. He don't have Josh Kelly. And I guess he would still continue to work with Shakur Stevenson, I guess, until Turkey Al-Sheikh take it from him. So, and then also Tim Bradley, like I know, apparently Eddie Hearn was trying to sell Matchroom. And Lou DiBella said that about a year ago to the day almost. I did the video still on Patreon. He did an interview on Errol Hawani almost a year ago this day. So Eddie was trying to sell it was all trying to sell their companies to Turkey Al-Sheikh. They all was trying to bail out. It was rumored before Top Rank lost that deal with ESPN. It was rumored they was trying to sell Top Rank. They was trying to sell them to the Zone. PBC, it wasn't nothing to buy. Eddie Hearn was trying to sell off to Turkey Al-Sheikh. They've been all trying to get out the sport of boxing. And Eddie and Turkey and them, they look at their finances. It wasn't worth the paper that you write your name on, that you get out the copier printer. Them companies ain't worth nothing, bro. This nigga's broke. Dudes is broke. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, he beefing with a dude he can't do nothing with, bro. He know how your company work. He know how y'all moving. He know how y'all grooving. He know how y'all moving. How everything y'all doing ain't nothing you can do. He don't need you no more. I'm just gonna take the bitches from you, dog. That's one of the worst things in the pimp game is when somebody else steal your bitches. Where my bitches? He said, don't do Jerome. But y'all, the questions I'll answer real quick. I'm wrapping it up. Don't do Boots like that, CJ. He has a nasty KO waiting for him. Math and history, homework. Why don't Boots speak up for himself? Cause man, his daddy probably still dressed that nigga, man. Probably, you probably do everything for him, bro. You can tell these new niggas, man. No sense of cultural pride, no self-respect. Don't speak up for themselves. Don't have no personality. These niggas grew up with a tablet in their hand. He said he built his name off chasing Bud, cloud chasing Bud. Yup, and his daddy turned that fight down behind the scenes. Booster's producer. What we do is wrong. Wrong. He might be a late bloomer. Shit. Remember when Boots was at Cyber said, remember Boots was at the Bud and Madrimov fight and Bud walked past him after all the internet talk? He ain't built like that, man. Boots ain't built from the trenches. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. What culture? He said on their knees and knuckles, the Harrison and Charlo past podcast, you a whole nigga. That's what it be called. Benny, what it do? Said I fuck with Boots and Keyshawn Davis, though I like them. I mean, shout out to them. He said Shakur is no longer signed to Matchroom. He's working with them on a fight-by-fight bait. Whoop. Man, it's a wrap then. It's a Rizzy. Like what Craig Mack say, like Saran, it's a wrap. Y'all ain't got no other questions. I'm about to slide to the left. Slide through the right. One step this time. Yeah, man, this shit goofy, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Stay black, don't do crack. Other than that, man, that's all I had to really say, man. Y'all gonna watch them girls, the women's night. They gonna have on fucking Sunday night on ESPN. It's probably gonna be WNBA, boxing. Shit, Magic City Sunday nights, bro. ESPN. Oh, the NBA don't care, but I appreciate y'all. Peace.